Heyo, we're talking about pre-sales today.
Not sales, not post sales, but pre sales tools. I'm BJ Flagg.
And I'm Rich G, and this is episode 254, 4 critical pre-sales tools you need to get more clients.
Everyone is focused on the close. Am I right? Even us. How you get to the client by answering all of their expectations, their objections, and bringing them over the finish line.
Absolutely. What most business owners don't know is that all of the pre-sales tools they use have already sold the client on your business.
We're going to introduce you to some of the best pre-sales tools to help you make an indelible impression on your next prospect and turn them into an excited client.
So let's have a conversation. Action 1.
Action.
Action. It's all about your Google business profile, stupid. It's all about that. And if you don't have it cleaned up and fixed and informative, you're missing half your client base right there. One of the first places people stumble upon your business is your Google business profile, which usually appears on the right when they search your industry. Does it have all the correct information listed? Your name, your location, your hours, your phone, and is it updated frequently?
Do you have an introductory paragraph that explains what your business does and how you differ from your competition? I can't tell you how many people just leave that blank. It's an excellent opportunity to grab a person's intention.
Yeah. Do you frequently update your business profile with articles, posts, promotions, or events to show your clients that you know what you're doing? It also helps Google rank you higher.
Yeah. And you know, how many 5-star reviews do you have with client written reviews? It's a significant selling point. It helps Google rank you higher. Absolutely.
Yeah. And finally, do you have great photos of the outside of your office and associated images of your business, what you do, your team, etc.? The more that you add to your Google business profile, the more it's going to let your prospect embrace you and go, you know what? I'm going to give them a call.
Yeah, they're put together. Yeah.
I'm getting more business lately from my improved Google business profile. I've been asking every prospect that calls me up lately, how did you find out about me? And they go, oh, I just Googled, high performance coach or business coach or career coach. And they got me. I was the first one.
I love it. I love it. Now that might have to also do with your website. It's the action number 2 that I want you to take is make sure that your website is a tight, quality produced website that educates. And I'm not just saying it. Your website can be a qualifier or it can be a sales workhorse. When you begin to work with a website group, which I would suggest doing it, although I think your brother is probably a nice person.
Yes.
This is the most critical question you can answer. As a qualifier website, the information needs to be concise, get to the facts, and be extremely formative. A sales site is working for you. You will spend the time to craft the messaging for your audiences. You're going to manage the direction of the prospects will go and provide actionable steps for the person to take.
I know personally that my site needs to be nimble. I've had the ability to change my message on the fly, add images that help tell the story and steer my reader to the content. I actually change my website on a weekly basis. I play around with it. I'm never happy with it. And a lot of prospects that call, I'll ask them, have you had a chance to check out my website? They go, yeah. That's the reason why I called. It's so positive. I get motivated reading the stuff that you have. And I that tells me I'm messaging in the correct way.
Right. And I think the beauty of a site like Rich's is that he has the tools and the confidence to make those changes and make those moves. That's key. You feel like you can at any time go ahead and make a new landing page and try out a new technique. Oh, it's like absolutely the best.
Yeah, you need to think of your website as another salesperson. Set goals, track progress to sales, and make the necessary changes to make sales happen. So and BJ, you've drilled this into me for years, is your website isn't a static brochure that you just shove out there.
Yeah.
It's a living being, and it has to communicate and interact with people because
Yeah.
again, this is a pre-sales tool. Before they've even spoken with you, they're looking at your website. And if you have a bad website or a website that looks like it was built in 2001, yeah, they're going to notice. It says volumes about your business, how you pay attention, and your competition is just eating your lunch. So,
Exactly.
so give BJ a call.
There
Never
you
help
go.
you. Action number 3, it's all about your business card and info sheets. And this is my religion. Today, your business card is your brochure. Over the past 2 years, you probably haven't handed out too many cards, but
Yes.
it's picking up significantly in the latter half of 2022. Don't have the boring card that lists your name and business and title. Present a strong brand image with photos and a cool logo, some phrasing, quotes, a list of services. You can even have different pictures on your cards and let the client pick which one they want.
Interact with them. That's what you're doing. The best thing that's come around recently is a metal business card that you keep in your wallet. And when a person says, "Oh, I'd like to connect with you, do you have a card?" You pull it out and you flip it over and it has a QR code on it. And the people are like, "Oh yeah, and they shoot the thing and it gives them right away all the valuable information. And you got to steer the information.
Exactly.
That is just like a dream. So that's something definitely to consider.
Yeah. Do you have any physical materials to walk your prospects through your services and products? Just showing up or just getting on the phone isn't going to do it. Your presentation and visual info sheets, I'm not saying a 50-page brochure, short info sheets are potent tools in your presentation arsenal. They make your business feel professional and, more importantly, trustworthy in the eyes of the customer.
Yeah. And what are your leave behinds? For a certain client that we work with down in Alabama, actually in Florida, they needed something. They just felt that every sales call was falling flat. And I said, "Hey, let's kick it back old school. Let's get a folder. Let's get a folded brochure of size, and let's stick that business card in there. And, whatever else you might want to put. And let's just see what the reaction is when they do it." And he said the first thing he noticed is everybody touched it. He said it was tactile.
Yeah.
And they experienced opening it, and they experienced opening the brochure and held the card. And he was like, it was priceless. It was priceless. And he loved that. And, and the guy wrote on the brochure other ideas and put some notes on the folder. And he was totally interacting with the people. He says it really created a very experience. He absolutely loved it. So something to consider.
Yeah. And do you have like a sheet of testimonials or guarantees to show
Yes.
your client that you stand behind your work?
Right. How important, they want to have that feeling of, oh my gosh, these are great testimonials. Sometimes on a website, testimonials can be tricky if you put them on one tab. But if you put a testimonial sprinkled throughout the site on various things and blog posts and stuff like that, oh my gosh, everybody reads them. They love them.
They
So
do.
it's a big deal.
Finally, do you leave them with a quote? Is that quote easy to read and understand? Can you email it to them? Does it have your logo? Does it have your contact info and all the information for them to feel comfortable once you've walked out the door? It's a great time to see what your competition is doing also and steal ideas from them.
Yeah. And I think in so many ways, you have to imagine that people are not, everybody learns differently. And you're going to have a kinetic group out there that need to have that feeling of touch. So please consider it. Action 4, it's all about how you make them feel. Experiential marketing has always been a thing. It's always been around, but has now reached new levels with the latest generations, millennials and Gen Y, Gen X. They were, they're all about, how you make them feel. And if you have their best interests at heart, they are much more about feelings as opposed to owning a thing. That's not what they're out for.
Yeah, they want to basically enter a relationship with you and your firm. No, you hold the same ideals on the significant issues and don't hesitate to leave if you show inauthentic gestures. Be genuine and they will be loyal to you.
Definitely. Think about the number of safe beauty product companies that have started to market a lifestyle of caring for the environment and the safety of their customers and the planet. A revolution in an industry that for so many years was peddling products with doses of chemicals to unwitting customers. Very huge revolutionary things happening.
Yeah, it's so important. I mean, I think of like two companies like Disney, where they have that book Be Our Guest, where every touch point they have with a guest, from the second they walk in to the minute they leave, the guest is transported. It's a totally different customer service, and it's an ease of checking in and making you feel good and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
And think about them in terms of pre-sales.
Yeah.
They will send you a catalog. Their website is all geared toward making your trip pleasing. And what type of family are you? Would you like the frontier land? Do you rather go to da? So their pre-sale is dynamite.
And absolutely, once I was in there, it's like they send you luggage tags with their names on it, so your luggage is differentiated from everyone else's. And it's just, there's so much thought into everything.
Yeah.
All the way down to us coming back with my two small kids to the room, and my son bought a Stitch doll, the Stitch,
Yes. Yeah.
Stitch, and the person that cleaned our room left Stitch sitting up on the bed with two friends made out of towels, and the TV was on with Lilo and Stitch on. And when the kids walked in, they were transported.
Wow.
What kind of tip do you think I left when
No, really? You know what it reminds me of too? Remember that pizza place that you always take the family to?
Yeah, Roseland Pizza in Derby.
Oh my God.
It's during the pandemic, when other restaurants just went out of business, they would put a special on Facebook every day. Like, we're having, buy one pizza, get a second cheese pizza of the same size for half price. And you would like check out Facebook and see what specials they had. But when you showed up there, they had a group of people outside waiting for you to run up to your car and get your credit card and bring your pizza out to you and put it in your trunk. I mean, it was, and this is an old restaurant from 1934. This isn't like a new fangled one. They knew customer service.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, that you can't say enough about that. We have a great book today. I've gone serious. This is definitely taking branding a different direction. It's called Business Branding: Expert Marketing Techniques for Building a Captivating Brand, Attracting Customers, and Reinventing Your Image in the Digital Age. Frontier Desk knocks it out of the park with this book, for sure.
Yeah, customers who share your values typically become loyal lifetime patrons of your business. So business branding is not only for the experts, it's for the mom and pop stores that need every advantage to compete with the big corporations.
Yeah. And I love how it's laid out because it kind of gives an idea, a definition of business branding, the benefits of building a captivating brand, how to start and build your brand, and just goes on and on. Absolutely love this book. So that's a wrap. You know where to find us. Rich is at richg.com and BJ is at newrenew.com.
And thanks to our producer, Richard Scalzo, who consistently delivers the best business podcast every Tuesday.
Have an unbelievable week and catch you later.